What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for a crazy 24 hours. Now, keep in mind, I'm recording this 3 a.m., 3 a.m., almost 3 a.m. actually, and it's 6 hours basically before people expect news to break. So I'm not sure if the new news will break that Allegri is sacked or that Allegri can finish the season, because what the story is, everybody knew what happened. Everybody saw what happened. I discussed it on the live as well. The facts are the facts. That happened. And the club is thinking about sacking him. However, they're also going over legal issues. Can they sack him? Can they sack him without pay? What can they do? What can they not do? All those things are being talked over basically as I'm recording this. The news is also that the club is taking it in serious consideration that it's done, because they feel embarrassed, they feel ashamed. They have to need, or they did apologize, excuse me, to I don't know how many people for what Allegri did post game. You kind of embarrassed Giuntoli on in front of the media, in front of the world to see on the pitch with all the cameras on you. That's what's going on right now. The news as well is that's from Romeo Cresti, that if something is going to happen, it's going to be very early in the day, because training is around the corner. We train at 10:30. We train. Are you going to let Allegri conduct the training and then sack him? Or are you going to sack him and let somebody else do the training session? Because if you let him do the training session, you better let him finish the season, because it's ridiculous to say, hey, come in, train the guys for the Bologna game, but after training, we're going to call you in and you're done. That's something you shouldn't be doing as well. That's also weird. So that's what's going on right now. Going back on the situation, the timing of it is understandable and weird, if that makes sense. It's the end. You won the cup. The last two games mean absolutely nothing. You got Champions League, basically. It's understandable, the timing. However, it's also not understandable considering you just won the Coppa Italia. You haven't won anything in 3 years. You finally do it, basically. And the first thing you do post-game is calling out Giuntoli. Then going into press room, whatever, and trying to, to fight a journalist, break stuff, kick stuff, all those things. And I'm like, what happened? What happened behind the scenes? We don't know, because to have such a head loss, something needed to happen. Like, something between him and Giuntoli did happen. But what happened, I don't know. Anyways, whatever did happen, you still need to be professional. You cannot do these things, because no matter what happened, the club will be sitting there and be like, we need to apologize for you breaking stuff, trying to physically attack, quote unquote, attack a journalist, actually director of a newspaper. And I don't like the media. I don't like the newspapers, but still, he uses the newspapers for his own benefit. When we lose and we have tough results, or when Giuntoli was trying to sign Fabio Caressa, Zazzaroni, they were all talking about Manna is a better option. Like, Manna? You think Fabio Caressa and Zazzaroni knew that Manna was a better option? All those things were coming from Allegri. He was feeding that to the media. I don't blame him for using the media, but you cannot get upset, if other people start using the media. That's all I'm saying. Giuntoli is also not an idiot. In the summer, before he signed, he knew, hey, those talks about me, they're coming from Allegri. And he was always going to do his own thing, Giuntoli, but those things, I think, flipped him as well. And he was like, I think I'm going to do my thing, and I'm actually going to keep you in the dark, whatever. And at the end of the season, I'm going to say, thank you, goodbye. I have found my replacement, your replacement, and I'm going to go in a new direction. I think that's what kind of transpired, but still, to lose your mind like that is crazy. Like, it's actually crazy to lose your mind like that. And he did that post-game, players trying to hold him back, like, so weird, so strange, that I was sitting there and I was like, I needed time to actually process that it actually did happen. It did happen. And when people say you cannot sack him because it's with 2 games, what else are you going to do? Being a club, being Giuntoli, being called out on the pitch, him trying to attack a journalist. Like, what are you gonna do as a club? Sit there and be like, yeah, whatever. Because if you allow that in the past, when other things happen, you need to allow that as well. You cannot really be consequent because you will look weird. People will look at you and be like, oh, you did it for him, but not for him. It's gonna look weird. So I don't know what the club is gonna do. If they sack him, I think even Allegri is like, yeah, like I get it. No matter what happened, I think he will understand it. Because I think we all know that he knows he lost it and he probably will take it back. He would take it back. But something snapped because to go from basically nothing to that in the space of what is it, half an hour, when all these things happen, something needed to happen, or somebody reminded him of something that happened a couple of weeks ago between him and June. I don't know, but it is crazy. It really is crazy what happened. Excuse me, I'm not gonna lie, because I think nobody was expecting that. I was like, we won the Copa. Enjoy that. Good feeling, good vibe. Like it's been tough times, and now we're sitting here and we need to talk about what happened outside of the Coppa Italia win, when actually today should have been, oh, we won the Coppa Italia, so enjoy that, whatever. I look forward to next season. What do we need to do for next season, blah blah blah, all those things. But now we're sitting here talking about, oh, Allegri being sacked, which we all kind of expected that was going to happen. But now it's like, oh, they're going to sack him, not really for the poor results, or like still, but because he flipped, he lost it. So it's a weird situation, which I don't like. I think nobody likes. I think everybody wants to talk about positive things and good things and fun stuff, like winning the Coppa Italia. And we should be talking about, oh, Nicolucci played a good game, Junior played a good game, Danilo, like all those things we should have been talking about. But instead, it got overshadowed by what Allegri did. That's basically the reality. So I don't know if he's going to get sacked. It is an option. Should that be the case, I'll address that. But again, like if they do, I would completely understand. And I think even Allegri again would understand that the club will be like, yeah, we cannot tolerate this. It's the end. You don't even need to show up for the last two games. It will be the saddest of endings you will ever see. I think even worse than actually not winning anything and losing against Atalanta. It would be less painful in terms of story-wise than being sacked with 2 games left after winning a cup, basically being told, hey, don't show up anymore. That would be so strange, but it is a big possibility. It's not, oh, maybe it's the media making it up. It's a real possibility. And I think even if the media didn't report it, I think everybody knows deep down inside it is a possibility, because you call out the club, and in any job, when you do that, you will get sacked. It's just what it is. But let me know in the comments what you think. Will you sack him with 2 games to go, or are you like, no, whatever, like that was ridiculous, but still let him play it out? Let me know in the comments, and let's see what will happen during the day. Ciao.